Welcome to SHAIL'S Kitchen, home of good food and good memories. For these low budget meals episodes, the challenge for SHAIL'S Kitchen is to create menu items and meals for a family of 4 for $5 or under. Let's see what we can come up with. Here's what's cooking in SHAIL'S Kitchen today. Stir-fry ribeye steak with veggies and rice. To start your low budget meal planning, it's good to have like a bank of standard items like seasonings, and I have like extra virgin olive oil and some vegetable spread that we can use time and time again. This is going to last you quite a while. I have some Parmesan cheese topping, soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, extra virgin olive oil, some vegetable spread that we're going to use like a butter. And then I have some ground paprika, basil leaves, garlic pepper, seasoning. That's actually a blend of garlic pepper, seasoning, and salt, which is great because you got a combo there in one, and some cilantro leaves. And you will use these time and time again for your seasonings, and you can always add to your bank a little bit at a time, but this will last you some time before you have to replenish your stocks. Here are our main ingredients for this episode. I have 2 ribeye steaks, a package of mixed veggies, and some rice. I'm going to be using a rice cooker, which is a great piece of equipment to have. If you have it, use it. You just set your rice with your water and just cover it, plug it in, and let it do its thing. If you don't have a rice cooker, you can just use the stovetop and follow the directions on the package of rice. In my rice cooker, I have 3 1/3 cups of water. To that, I'm going to add 2 1/2 cups of rice. And I'm going to add some of our vegetable spread. That's 1 1/2 tablespoons. And I'm just going to add a little bit of our seasoning blend, not too much, because the vegetable spread does have some salt in it. And now I'm just going to cover this and plug it in and let it go until the rice is completely cooked through and all the water is absorbed. Sorry, one quick correction. That was 1 1/2 cups of rice to 3 1/3 cups of water in the rice cooker. I made a mistake and said 2 1/2 cups. So it's just 1 1/2 cups of rice to 3 1/3 cups of water. And now I'm just going to stir all of this together and then just plug it in and let it go till all the water is absorbed and the rice is fully cooked. So while our rice is cooking, I'm going to prep our ribeye steaks, and I have them chilled because I think it's going to be easier to cut. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to thinly slice our ribeye steaks. And we do want to be able to to stretch our meat in terms of being able to feed our family of 4, which is why we're going to slice it thinly. And once I'm done with this, then I'm going to season our ribeye steak strips in preparation for our stir fry. One thing that I did want to mention is that I rinse my steaks off under cold water before I slice them in preparation for seasoning. And this is a total of 7 ounces of ribeye steak cut into strips. Here are the seasonings I've selected from our seasoning bank for this meal. I'm going to add some soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, and cilantro leaves to season the steak. And this seasoning blend mixed with the garlic, pepper, and salt, I'm going to save that for the veggies, the mixed veggies. I added 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce, and 1 teaspoon of cilantro leaves. And now I'm going to mix that together and just set it aside until we're ready to saute. Our rice has been cooking for 30 minutes now, and to me this looks perfect. It's nice and fluffy and has that kind of like Chinese style rice consistency, so I think this is gonna work really well for us. I've been cooking the mixed veggies according to the package directions, and it's been like 2.5 minutes on high so far, so I'm going to give it another 2.5 minutes and check it. The veggies have cooked for 5 minutes and they are done, so it's a really good idea to kind of have a good handle on how your stove cooks and your microwave, because the package said 7 to 15 minutes and in 5 minutes they are perfectly cooked. Next step is to saute the ribeye steak strips, and I have 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil and 1 tablespoon of vegetable spread right here. This step is going to go very quickly, so you're just going to put your steak into your hot pot with the extra virgin olive oil and the vegetable spread. And we don't want to overcook the meat and get it tough, so I'm just going to let that saute for a bit, probably about a couple minutes, and I think it'll be cooked. And then I'm going to remove it from the heat. I have the heat on medium-high, and now I'm going to put it up to high and let it cook quickly. I've removed the steak from the heat, and as you can see, it cooked very, very quickly. It was like a minute. I didn't even have time to check how quickly it did. So now it's time for a quick taste and see what flavors we have going here. That is perfect, and the meat is super, super tender. Ribeye steak. The next step is to stir fry the veggies. We have another tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil and the vegetable spread, another tablespoon. Now I'm adding the veggies, so we can stir fry this for a minute or so. And we didn't really give this any seasoning yet, so I'm going to use my blend with the garlic pepper salt blend and add a little bit to our pot, and then I'm going to taste it. I want to be able to retain the beautiful color of the veggies, so I'm not going to be cooking it too long. I have it like on a medium-high heat right now. All right, let me just taste this real quick. That's good. And now it's time to add our ribeye steak back into our stir fry. And we're going to give this a quick toss, just a few seconds. There we go. And now I'm going to take the heat off. That's perfect. For serving, I've divided my rice equally between 4 bowls and sprinkled on some cilantro leaves. So I've spooned the stir-fried mixture over the rice, and we are done. And dinner is served. So let's do a price check on what we have here for our low-budget meal. We have a large, nice quantity of rice, enough for 4 sizable portions, and also our stir-fry ribeye steak with veggies. And in all, your total for this meal to feed a family of 4 is going to be around $3.50. And remember, all of the items used to create this meal were purchased at the dollar store. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I look forward to seeing you next time on SHAIL'S Kitchen, home of good food and good memories.